right, we're going to get started. Good morning. Welcome to the weekly briefing for July 26th. I am Tracy Freese, Director of Communication for Research and Tech Transfer. Today we'll start with a few briefs and then including a major announcement, and then we'll move on to our feature presentation focused on the Masters of Innovation Design program. So we are pleased to announce that Dorothy and Bill Cohen have pledged $2.5 million to the Honors College, just 3 years after giving $5 million to help establish the college. The new gift will support scholarships for underrepresented and first-generation students with the goal of helping the Honors College and Wichita State increase diversity. It'll also provide additional funding for leadership development and first-year experiences such as research projects. The Honors College has about 600 students who are pursuing more than 90 majors across the campus. The Cohen support has given the college the resources to grow into a premier learning community for students seeking challenging experiences inside and outside of the classroom, and for faculty seeking to experiment with course design or to incorporate research or applied learning experiences into their teaching. Wichita State is grateful for the Cohen's commitment to our students and for their continued support. Our next feature is Innovar Technology Solutions. Innovar is a high-tech applied learning center at Wichita State that emphasizes education, emerging technology, experiential learning, evolutionary research, exploration, and engagement. Innovar is a derivative of the Spanish word innovar, which starts with an I, which means to innovate. Recently, Innovar's two branches, Development and Technology Solutions, merged under the leadership of Executive Director Matt Forney, who founded and has provided continued oversight and leadership for the Innovar Labs. The Innovar Labs include solution reference architecture, technical support, information security, software development, technical marketing. In its short history, Innovar has employed or contracted with more than 400 students and has Fortune 500 partners that include IBM, Dell, Teradata, Amazon, Spirit, Palo Alto, Cisco, Textron Aviation, and NetApp. Recently, Textron Aviation signed a new master service agreement with Innovar to add an additional 25 students to their help hangar, which is a walk-up information technology support center that is manned by the WSU students and located on Textron's east and west side campuses. The help hangar now provides applied learning experiences for 35 to 40 students in those locations. Also, NetApp has added an additional Innovar student team to support their SolidFire product line that's expanding in the Wichita office. We have exciting news about the Crash Dynamics Lab, which is a part of the National Institute for Aviation Research. Ground will soon break on a new facility for the Crash Dynamics Lab on the Innovation Campus. NIAR is transforming that lab in order to meet industry standards and expectations. The new facility will consolidate the Crash Dynamics Lab, the Virtual Engineering Lab, and the Flight Simulation Labs, which often work together in order to complete client projects. A centrally located lobby in the facility will serve as an interactive space and provide a link between the sled bay, engineering lab, and the two client spaces, which will allow for simultaneous testing preparation. An additional testing area and a room housing test dummies will be located next to the sled bay. Construction on the facility, which is located at 18th and Oliver, is expected to begin in late 2018 and take about a year to complete. The new facility will allow the lab to expand their services, increase capacity, and diversify their client base, bringing national and international business to the region and providing additional applied learning experiences for students. The Wichita Promise Move. This week, WSU Tech launched a new scholarship program called WSU Promise Move that will pay to relocate students to Wichita and train them to work at top aviation companies. The goal of the program is to help relocate students who live at least 75 miles outside of the Wichita area and allow them to receive training and employment at no cost. WSU Tech hopes to attract around 50 people for this initiative. WSU Tech has a strong history of delivering opportunities that help students receive short-term training that leads to a career in high-demand technical fields. In April 2016, they launched the Wichita Promise Scholarship Program, which it was aimed at assisting residents in the Wichita area. Both of these programs are designed to help break down barriers that keep individuals from getting trained, whether they're finance, location, or time, and provide them with the additional educational means to a better life while meeting the workforce demands of the region. And adaptive changes at Wichita State. Because of the changes in society and work life driven by major technological revolutions, higher education is under pressure to provide learning opportunities for people at all stages of their life and career. Wichita State understands the urgency of the situation and has taken concerted actions to meet these needs head-on. Steps can be seen in the following initiatives. The WSU Tech affiliation, which allows WSU to quickly respond to workforce demands and provides a unique GED to PhD education pipeline. The continuous education model. WSU badges are curriculum that are constantly evolving to meet specific needs of workers in industry. Dr. Bardo recently released a short paper addressing academic credentialing at Wichita State that you can find on our website. Linking academic and research capacities to clusters of innovation. WSU is working closely with government and private enterprise to link academic and research capacities to the clusters of innovation that drive the economic future of this region. Applied learning. Wichita State is implementing a program of paid academic apprenticeships, which we commonly refer to as applied learning, in which students are given the opportunity to work in their field of study for pay on real projects. And the Master of Innovation Design program, which you'll hear a little bit about next. These steps and others like it are gaining national attention and were a key reason that President Bardo was asked to speak before Congress for a second time this year. WSU is committed to educating a workforce that's able to adapt to shifts in ever-changing economy. And we were recently humbled by a recent Chung report that stated that if it weren't for the innovation and thinking in higher education institutions in Wichita, we wouldn't even be in the game anymore. WSU understands our critical role in being an educational, cultural, and economic driver for Wichita and the region and the state of Kansas, and is committed to helping pave the way for a better future for our students and community. And now for our feature presentation. We talked a little bit about the Master of Innovation Design program. It was created to address the university's strategic goals. Master of Innovation Design students, or as we refer to it commonly, MID, come from various disciplines including engineering, art, business, media design, and many more. Some are strong academically, some have extensive backgrounds in industry, some have brilliant ideas, but all have a passion for creativity and bringing new ideas to the marketplace. Students enroll in the MID program to be part of a like-minded cohort that shares creative tinkering and networking experiences. The experiment-driven, active learning approach creates structure and process to the chaos that characterizes the early stage of creative pursuits. Kristen Smith and Maggie Copes, two MID students, are here today to talk about their involvement in a national innovation design competition.
Thank you, Tracy. I'm Kristen Smith.
And I'm Maggie Copes. I'm going to talk a little bit about the MID program. We're a pretty new program. We started in 2016. We're housed underneath the Institute for Interdisciplinary Innovation. Sorry, that's hard to say. And like Tracy said, we're working towards changing how we are educated and learn and how we learn. We are a very diverse group of people, not only culturally, but definitely in our backgrounds, engineering, design, tech, even some people straight out of high school have joined us in our group. And each student then brings a key component to our group to make this really, really good team. So we work together really well. Because of our diverse backgrounds, we also do a lot of learning from each other, not just in the classroom, but I have learned a lot from Kristen in the design realm, and I've tried to teach her a little bit of engineering.
Yes, yeah.
Along with that, most of our education is done outside of the classroom. We strive to work with the community for real-world experiences and work with our community resources. For example, I got to work with the Fairmount Coffee Company while they were in process of building it. The pennant lights you see above their bar were 3D printed at Go Create, which is across the street from them, and the stickers, and we even meet on Tuesday mornings for coffee and discussion before we all have to go to work. So this is just one of the many things that we've done. Kristen's going to talk to you about J&J.
So the Johnson & Johnson Challenge was put together by them. It was basically, this is the face mask that they have out right now. You can buy it at Target or on Amazon from Neutrogena. And they put on an innovation challenge where they just wanted students and groups to redesign the mask. They didn't really give us certain parameters. It was kind of open-ended. So just redesign this mask. So last fall in Doug Stuckey's design thinking class, a group of students, it was our final project. So the second half of the semester, we spent doing design thinking exercises where we kind of just brainstormed different ways to make this mask better. So again, it was a very open-ended project. We didn't have like a set to-do list. It was just, what can we do to make this better? So we finished out the product and pitched the idea as our final project for the design thinking class in fall. And after the semester ended is actually when we found out that our team was moving on to the next part of the competition. So of course, when semesters end, like students change out. Some people were international students, so they actually flew back home. So we created a new cohort of people that were still interested in working on it, and that's where this team came in.
Down the road I go. Down the road I go. Down the road I go. Down the road I go.
So that was our team that we worked on. We continued working after the semester ended, worked through through winter break, and then in the spring semester, on top of our course load, we actually did it on the side to continue on. So I believe it was in January, we had like a midterm review with Johnson & Johnson executives where we did a video conference and kind of pitched what we had done at that point. It was really great because they gave us feedback on things that we actually cut from our first part of the presentation. Like we kind of narrowed down, like maybe we don't need all this extra fluff. Turns out they loved that stuff. So we put it back in and continued to test and prototype. We used our students that weren't necessarily in our group, but still in our cohort for the MID program to get feedback on just different things that we did, if they liked it, what they thought of it. And then in June, they actually flew our team, a team of 5, plus our advisor, Dr. Patterson, and the other top 2 teams to New Orleans to pitch our idea to Johnson & Johnson executives. We got to mingle with the other teams, and here is our video for what we pitched to them.
Oh, you're bad enough to me, bad enough that we always have something to get over. Oh, but when the night is deep, you find me in the streets, asking me to come over.
So our final product, as you can see, was a VR-enabled light therapy facial mask. It also had a mobile app that went with it, and that's where you got the VR part. It also tracked uses, so you didn't use it too much. You could go different places, I think that showed a mountain scene, but beaches, whatever. And so the whole idea was it turned into an experience where the person could relax, helping with the acne too. We also added a lotion so they could smell the beach that they were looking at, or the mountains scene. And so in the end, we created a journey to better skin. That was our punchline. And we we ended up winning the competition. We got a $10,000 prize and a lot of internship opportunities from the people, a lot of high compliments. And it was an amazing experience. We got to show off our skills. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a great experience. Through the whole process, we got to work with the executives and kind of get feedback from them, again, with working with our teammates. Maggie mentioned it earlier, but my background is in design, and it was awesome because I actually didn't have much of the design to do with it because we had other people in our group who weren't necessarily trained designers by school, but they wanted to learn how to do it. So they got to kind of flex their skills on things that traditionally they weren't able to, which was great. And then our competition is over, but some of our other students entered a different competition, and they just got word last week. So here's one last video for you. So they'll be going to the Red Bull Institute, like it said up there, to continue their process. You might remember them, Sci-5 from Shocker New Venture competition last spring. So they're just continuing on with the project. Again, talking about that interdisciplinary mix. We have students from the MID program, but also students from other engineering departments that are working together on this project. So that's it for us. Any questions? This is always the awkward part. Nope. Okay, cool.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
And now's your chance to ask any questions about any of the other topics we presented about today, or anything that's going on at the university that you're wondering about. Going once. Going twice. Okay. Well, with that, that concludes our weekly briefing for this week. We always want to remind you that all of the programs and initiatives at Wichita State are backed by our vision to be an internationally recognized institute for applied learning, and our mission to be an essential educational, cultural, and economic driver for Kansas and the greater public good. Thank you for coming.